Hello my friends, and welcome to today's tarot reading. This is a general daily reading for all signs, but the sign that you're here probably means that there is a special message for you, so thank you so much for joining me today. Now today is the 27th of June 2022, and Mars today is in Aries, sextiling Saturn retrograde in Aquarius. Now, there may be a sense of you moving too fast about something, so maybe there may be some ideas that you're putting across to someone that they may not be quite ready for. Just be aware of that. If they're not kind of coming around to you, that might be something to consider. The planning that you may have in place, it may take a different form. You may have to think, okay, I need to think of something different. I need to think of a different way to kind of approach this, because sometimes we can be like a way ahead of the pack. We can be like so far forward that other people just don't get us. And don't worry, that's okay. It just means that you kind of have to calibrate a little bit to those around you. It doesn't mean they're any less than you. It just is all about how you can navigate with them in mind as well as yourself. You know, you don't want to compromise. So what you want to do is just kind of get back on track, you know. That's kind of the feeling that I get today. I did mention the laws of the 7 spiritual laws of success by Deepak Chopra, and today is the law of giving. So I give, I receive, I circulate. I give to others, I receive. So I have the power and I have the ability to be able to receive, because that's also, I think, like it's overlooked, really, in respect of how much it's about giving, but it's also about how you can receive things, how you can take things. If you take things with such a, with the instinct to just say what you want to say, and just get your own point across, rather than listening to the other person and taking what's on board, that can also be an aspect of you kind of moving forward, like rushing forward without really considering others' opinions. So with that being said, I will be reading with the Rainbow Heart Tarot. Let's see what it has to say. And I've got some new astrology cards, the Black Moon astrology deck, so I'm looking forward to reading with those today. Dear Spirit, what messages would you like to communicate to the collective today? We have the Page of Pentacles to begin with. Queen of Swords, King of Cups reversed, Ace of Swords, Two of Wands, Ace of Cups. Wow, okay, right. Look at that. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I feel like this is resonant. Wow, Wheel of Fortune. I love this Wheel of Fortune. Isn't it pretty? Bottom of the deck energy is the Ace of Wands and the World reversed. Good. Okay, cool. We got it. So what I'm getting here is that it's almost like a continuation of a cycle that hasn't, something hasn't come to an end. It's almost like old problems, old issues dying hard. But this is all part of growth and learning. It's almost like you still have something to learn in this situation. And the reason why the Page of Pentacles is here kind of heading this reading, meaning that you still may not get the communication you want. It's almost still like you trying to communicate with someone that doesn't really have the ability to see things from your point of view. And that's okay. You're dealing with 2 aces here that are reversed. You do have an Ace of Wands here, so it seems to me that the perseverance is still going to continue. But I've got a feeling that you're going to realize that really within this situation that you are currently in, there's not going to be any kind of movement. It's almost like you give so much to this Queen of Swords. This Queen of Swords is somebody who may think that they are really good with words. They may think that they speak their truth and they speak their mind. And they may be able to communicate with you in a way that they think is truthful, but in real honesty, they're just sorry to say this, they're just bullshitting themselves, really. And I'll say this openly, because I don't care. Yeah, because this is I see this Page of Pentacles as you. I see this as and also with this sense, and it's really interesting because I've got this cactus plant that like just gives off, like, it's been with me for years, and then all of a sudden it just burst out like in these flowers. I might put a picture of it up on the community. And it was so astounding, and it only stayed for a day. And cactus flowers don't stay for long. It's almost like the opportunity is very, very fleeting. But it's almost like the cactus gives everything that it's got to like give itself to these flowers, and then it just kind of like goes. But this Page of Pentacles seems to be giving so much to this Queen of Swords. The Knight of Cups, they're not getting anything in return. They seem to be giving something, but it's almost like a detriment to their own self, whoever this Page of Pentacles is. And look, the Ace of Cups, it's like you're almost like... this Queen of Swords is proper clamping down on everything. There's a total lack of communication and understanding here. And it's like almost that, you know, there's... one person is in a good space where they're liking to, they have their kind of kingdom, and the other kind of personality is wanting to come in and kind of like come into this kingdom, but it's not really coming in a way that's very nice, let's just say. The Queen of Swords is not a nice person reversed. She's not. She's I get the sense of somebody who really wants to cut you down with their words, wants to do something, and there's misguided wisdom. Yeah. Particularly with these clouds as well. It's misguided. I do see a little bit of cloudiness, so then that says to me that this is propelled by feelings of depression. So whoever this Queen of Swords is kind of like, she's been through a lot. She's been through a lot, but just like the Queen of Cups, I see. The Queen of Cups is somebody who has reached a state of maturity, but is just like, it's almost like they've continued harboring the wounds of their past, thinking that they've moved beyond it, but actually they haven't at all. They haven't. In fact, they've just become a more mature version of their own wounds. That's what the Queen's reversed signified to me. Maturity of the wounding, not of the healing of the wounding. Does that make sense? Whereas this Page of Pentacles, and this particular Page of Pentacles, just the way she's holding, I don't know, that just stood out to me, the cactus and the flower. And cactus, it's a prickly plant, so it's almost like she's able to glean the goodness that comes out from this plant. But she's surrounded by bullshit. She's surrounded by the inability to be able to communicate in a good way, and everything that she is saying to initiate some kind of loving kind of connection is just being shouted down. It's just being kind of like batted away. So what's the point? And I think that is the lesson that this Page of Wands has to, or Page of interesting I said Page of Wands there, Page of Cups is learning. They're learning where to put their energy, because their energy is useless in a space where it's not going to be welcome, you know? So yeah. Interesting. Let's see what the astrology has to say. Cards are quite tough to shuffle, actually. I need to figure out how to shuffle them. I only got them last night, so. There we go. My hands are clearly not. Let's see. There we go. Right. Yeah, it's really interesting. Yeah, there's this kind of like childlike, like, and what have we got today? Mars is in Aries. So some people may not see things in, you know, you may be way ahead of the game. It looks like that to me. It looks like you are, because, you know, you're trying to start something in an intellectual way. You're trying to start something in an emotional way. It ain't happening. So you know that you need to go and take this somewhere else. The Two of Wands here tells me that there's a little bit of a stuckness going on here, you know. But I also see this as like a sense of, you know, keeping yourself sacred. And it's interesting how we've got like this kind of holding, you know, this holding energy here, this holding motion here. So it's about keeping close to you what, you know, keeping yourself protected and valued, because there's just going to be some idiots around, really. And then you've also got this, yeah, this dynamism, this there's almost like a sense of a headbutting energy. It wasn't reversed, and it's 4. How interesting. 4 is the Emperor energy, very much. So this is very interesting, actually. This sense of you know, how do we mature in this state? How do we make sure that we are not that we're not butting heads with people? What are the right battles to be fighting? Yeah, because energy is precious. Very precious. I hope you enjoyed that reading, my friends. Let me just see, do I have anything else? And look, okay, I'll take that as well. Yeah, because I was thinking I wanted something a little bit more. So we've got Aries and we've got the first house. So yeah, this is about self. This is a lesson of the self and how you evolve to is mitigating the right word? For your boundaries, like fighting for your boundaries, initiating your boundaries, making sure your boundaries are really strong. Just getting rid of any, or just not wasting your time with people that just don't see things the way that you do. And that's not to say about people don't, you know, people not talking about things or, you know, having interesting discussions. You know, there's no expectation for people to know everything and to be on your side or to be, you know, agreeing with you all the time. That's rubbish. But if somebody is not, if there's a consistent challenge, it gets tiring. Nobody will want to talk to you otherwise. Nobody, and that's what this Queen of Swords is. She's tiresome. She's tiresome. Best to leave her to her own devices to get on with what she has to get on with, and then maybe then that will help her figure out what she needs to do, because boy, it doesn't seem like this Page of Pentacles has really much time for it. Has bigger fish to fry. And you know, the first house, I get also a sense that people may be quite jealous. They may see some things and they may be like, oh, you know, I want a piece of that. But you know, this is what happens when you do really well. People want to do that to you. They want to question what you're doing. They want to like criticize you. They want to get a piece of your pie, quite literally. But you know, the less you kind of interact with it and give your energy to it, the more that they will show themselves up for who they truly are. Because this is all a part of your evolution in allowing these waste people. Because they are. Anyway. Oh dear. Haters gonna hate, yeah. But I don't give a shit. Anyway, my energy is quite interesting today. But I really think that this is about you owning who you are, you know. The pages are in that space where it's immature energy, immature female energy, but like I just get a sense that she knows what she wants. And I feel like there's just been too much give. The scales are out of balance with that Ace of Swords reversed, that Ace of Cups reversed. It's not fair. And there's two things that you can either do. You can either ignore it or you can get angry. And getting angry is giving energy to something that doesn't need it. And there's a lot of initiatory energy here, which you need for yourself. So I think that that's quite important to look at. And I really, this image here of this cactus and the flowers is very strong. I think I'll post up a picture of that on my community, because it was very, you know, the whole plant gave itself to these flowers. And then after that, the plant like disintegrated into nothing, and then the cactus took it back from the flowers. Sorry, I didn't explain that right. Like the flowers, they bloomed beautifully, but the actual little cactus itself looked quite sad. And then it just bloomed beautifully, like after, you know, it bloomed as the flowers for one day, and then the actual cactus just got more life again, which was incredible. So, you know, there's this give and take, this symbiosis, this kind of like rebalancing, this like, you know, understanding the ebbs and flows of how dynamics of relationships work, rather than just, you know, feeling that, you know, you're totally righteous. Because I definitely get this kind of sense of righteousness that's happening. There's that saying, what is it? The person or there's a task, if somebody is doing something, or the person who is criticizing the other person shouldn't interrupt the other person that's doing it. Yeah, and that's kind of what I feel here. Anyway, I hope this made sense, my loves. If it did, please do like this video. Please do subscribe for more videos. Yeah, I'll see you in future readings. Take care, my darlings. Bye.